Blah, 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 blah. Cool. I think I'm ready. I'm just going to upload this post to Instagram and we'll be there.
So I never told you that I'm monitoring our downloads, did I?
Nope.
No.
I'll tell you about that in a second. Our very first episode was 5th of July 2017.
Cray.
Wow.
We were all so very young.
Yeah, I was 38. No. No, 39. I was 39.
5th of July 17. I would have been 38.
Yeah, I was 39.
I'm 40 the day this comes out. Well, not this, or the mascot thing, whatever.
Wow.
On my 40th birthday. Yeah.
Oh, what date's your birthday?
Mental.
13th.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, 11 a.m. to be precise.
Crazy.
It's funny how everyone's born exactly on an hour.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you were, mate. You were. Yeah, you were. All of that jazz.
Yeah. All of that jazz.
Chaos by leaving us a comment or question below in the next hour.
Favourite top 3 guests so far that aren't friends?
Oh, favourite top 3
Maverick
guests?
Bacon, Rich Milford.
That aren't friends. Good, I'll tell him that.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult to decide to say people that aren't friends. Like,
yeah, I need to get this.
I guess people that aren't that we only know through food for their own purpose, or not necessarily food, but their own purposes.
I thought that Eric Belenik, for example, was absolutely phenomenal. Like, incredible value, incredibly entertaining and funny guy. But I suppose one could suggest that
he's only on there as a friend.
In theory, he was my friend.
Steffi.
Oh God, yeah, Steffi was good fun, wasn't she? And that song was great.
Yeah,
yes.
She was good fun. I definitely would love to have her on again.
Charlie?
Mav was.
Charlie was good.
Oh God, Charlie.
He was really good value. He was. He came across very well on his podcast.
Mav wasn't our friend when she came on. Some would suggest she's still not my friend.
Who would suggest
after I upset her the other day by insinuating that the beautiful wedding cake that she'd made for someone's wedding was leaning over to the side?
Yeah, I did see that and I thought, oh, Stuart, mate, that's a bit far, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it was leaning to the side though.
I missed that.
Yeah, quite amusing. Oh, you missed out on all the Twitter bans, mate. Twitter's.
Oh, that was on Twitter. Fucking hell.
She's great value on Twitter. She's strong on her Twitter game. Obviously, for me, number one has to be the KFC dudes.
Okay, yeah, they were really good.
Fuck yeah, they were incredible.
They were really funny.
Literally to the point I'm like just sitting there going, when can we have them back on again? Because they were great value for money.
I genuinely can't remember who we've had on the podcast. Like, I'm gonna have to look.
Right, I am ready when you guys are. I just need to tag. Is it Leon Tricker?
I mean, I think we've already started the podcast, Michael.
Oh man, we've already. Oh shit, we started.
I think. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm assuming that. Yeah. That we've started. Yeah.
I'm nervous. Right. Let's do it. Okay, let's podcast, everyone.
Woo! Or something.
Welcome to FRUK Unwrapped, the food review UK podcast.
The podcast. That's not fucking easy, is it, Michael?
Oh yeah, that's good. Talking before I've introduced you, and it's such a nice introduction lined up as well. Well, let's just before I talk about who is joining me on this occasion, perhaps we should reveal to the unsuspecting guests what the subject is. Yeah, basically we've had to we've had.
Oh God, Stu and Roman. They were great.
They're not here tonight.
No, they were great.
We've had some minor oh God, sorry.
Just started horrifically.
Crossing my legs and some of my appendages
I
didn't
suppose
appreciate the position.
Harry and Carrera weren't our friends when they came on the podcast either, were they? They've become,
definitely not mine, or well, I don't know about yours, but certainly I've only become friendly through the podcast.
They both need to come back on again soon. Sorry, MJ, carry on.
It's annoying, it's annoying in the MJ, isn't it, when people just jump into your intro?
Well, I like a bit of chaos, so I can handle it. So these guys don't know what the subject of this podcast is, because this is a last-minute podcast, as you're obviously discovering now. We've had some technical difficulties with a recent guest, hoping to get them on soon, so it's just a short delay for the Beer X episode that you probably were expecting. But instead, we're pivoting. In episode 31, we looked at and talked quite extensively about ice cream with Callum Johnson.
Callum Johnson. Friend.
How...
Another great guest who wasn't a friend.
Did you know that Michael and I have met Callum Johnson?
Have you?
Yeah, did you meet him?
No, he didn't want to meet me.
Well, this time we're pivoting slightly. As we enter the summer months, and I'm sure we've all appreciated the recent hot weather, we're going to be discussing ice lollies.
Oh.
By extension, we might throw a little bit of ice cream van action in there as well, which I don't think was covered too much in the ice cream episode. I think that veered more towards commercially available and tub-based creams.
Ice cream van actions couldn't sound more paedophile.
I don't think I'll have anything to add to this one, so...
Stuart leaving them, that was weird. Anyway, can't really reveal Stuart's name, because first up in the introduction is someone who is described as fabulous by his friends. It's a man who is twistering the scales down on his weight loss journey. It's Mr. Nathan Peterson.
He's written little intros.
Twistering.
I had 5 minutes, guys. Give me a break.
You did. No, that's exceptional work on such a short budget of time. And I can only say that I'm solero happy to be here.
Ooh, that's good. And you only just found out it was ice lollies as well. How you doing, Nate?
I'm very good, Michael. How are you?
Yeah, I'm reasonable.
I enjoy being on a podcast that I've not hosted. It's nice to sort of crack back, if you will. And
I'll do more. I'll do another one soon.
No. That wasn't me trying to shame you by any means. It was just nice to have a.
I beg your pardon. Didn't feel shame. Don't do that.
And next on the show.
Speaking of fasting, or should I say feasting, let's zoom over to the north. It's Stuart Bullock.
Hi, Michael. I'm really glad we're doing ice lollies tonight, because there's nothing that I like to do on a Tuesday night more than chill out with my great friends, Nathan and Michael. You remind me a little bit of an ice lolly, Michael, because you're often to be found dripping in the heat with a stick up your bum.
Oh, God. I suppose the question is, did I put it in when it was still an ice lolly, or did I finish the ice lolly first? I don't know which one's more.
It's like a kind of 50-50 thing, Insert, remove, lick.
I think you have to.
I think I'd rather a mini milk than a zoom as well.
I think you'd have to go lolly first, because otherwise you've got risk of splinters. At least if the lolly melts first, then you're probably protected.
Yeah, your skin just gently wraps around it, doesn't it? How are you, Stuart?
I'm fucking dead. You can tell I've done a whole can of 7.2% fucking beer. I'll tell you that much.
Brilliant. Oh, sorry. What was your question, Michael?
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good.
Very much looking forward to the show. So I don't. How is that funny? I wasn't even trying.
Just like a smooth segue. Nice.
Let's take care of a little bit of just hello. How are you?
How's
Sort
your
of business. How's sort of business before we move into the subject at hand. Little update. I think we all continue to be very proud by Nate's progress on his weight loss journey, and on the cutting edge sort of news, cutting
Diamonds.
news on the brand new news. Seeing Nate's persistent weight loss is very inspiring. We spoke several weeks ago on the Man vs. Fat podcast. About how Stuart and I were inspired by his weight loss journey, and I said at the time that I have no willpower. That still absolutely remains to be true, and indeed I haven't eaten particularly well since then. It's fine. However, I am going to start running. Yeah, is something sort of a snap decision that I've decided today. Downloaded the app Strava. We're going to Sports Direct tomorrow. I'm going to buy some shoes and some trousers. And Gossie lives nearby me now, so he's going to try and boost my confidence a little bit. I don't have a phobia, but I feel very uncomfortable with the thought of people looking at me. Basically, it's one of the things that I sort of I wouldn't step foot into a gym partly because of this reason as well. But I'm very committed. I feel very committed. I've wanted to do something for a while. That's especially true from the Man vs. Fat episode. I've wanted to do something since then. Nate is starting his next beer. This is going to be a fun episode. And so yeah, it's stuff is definitely going to happen. I'm going to do a few sort of vlog style things on my YouTube channel as well. And I guess one of the things that I'll be putting on a sort of as a goal is I think it was 10 years ago now. I think it was the first time I went to. Actually, it might be longer. Actually, it might be 12 years ago. I think it might be. It was either 12 years ago when I went to Philadelphia, or it was 9 years ago when I went to Florida for the first time. I bought a t-shirt. I bought a Wolverine t-shirt. It's a medium, and it's a navy t-shirt with a bright neon green and bright neon blue Wolverine design. It's really nice, and I've always been too fat to fit in it. So basically, my goal is to be able to fit into that. Now that would mean losing more weight than I had even been at that time. So we will see, guys. But it's a journey that I'm definitely determined to start, and hopefully I'll be starting in the next few days. Best foot forward and all that. But thank you, Nate, for the inspiration, basically.
Good man.
Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you. I mean, I don't know why that very, very humble, but, mate, I couldn't be prouder of you. It's, fuck it.
Yeah,
as we just...
Won't happen.
Huh? Sorry?
Haven't done anything yet. I've got no willpower. It probably won't happen.
No, I know, but the fact that you've, the fact that you've recognised it, the fact that you've, even gone down to the point of, I know it's downloaded, I know it's nothing, I know, but the fact that you've talked about, the fact that you've mentioned it on here, because ultimately, for those that don't follow me on social media, one of the things I do is after I play football on a Monday, I tend to update my Instagram with my weight loss for that week and stuff like that, and it's a constant thing, and it's not to show off or anything like that. It's more to keep a record of everything that happened to me so that I can look back on it, but also I feel that it helps being held accountable to other people. So by me, shouting about what I'm doing and shouting about, it then means that if I fall off the wagon, I've got to answer to people. I've got to, I have a responsibility to sort of tell the truth about it. So the fact that you've come on here and have happily brought about all that off your own back without any of us prompting you, I think that is a marvellous thing, and I think hopefully that will help you at least start. If it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. It's a very difficult thing. I've been on diets numerous times, and it's not stuck, obviously, or it has stuck for a little while, and then it's slipped, and I've put on weight. So the fact that you're at least starting and that you're telling people about it, I think is a big step forward. And I wish you all the luck, mate. And anything I can do, I know Gossie's helping you with the running, but if there's anything I can help you with on the diet side of life, let me know, because obviously we've got little tips and tricks and stuff that we've learned. I know you're not going to be doing Slimming World, but obviously we can sort of point you in the direction of any quick and easy, cheap treats and things like that. So just let me know, and I'm happy to try and help absolutely anyone in this journey, because fuck me, it's hard. As easy as it is to sit there and maybe look at my pictures and go, well done for losing the weight, it's been a struggle over 9 months. And it's a struggle that I'm still going to have to probably put on the rest of my life, because even when I get down to a suitable weight, I'm still going to have to maintain it. So this is never going to stop, in theory. So, but I'm in the right frame of mind to do so. And anything I can do to help anybody else, I want to be there for them, because the support that I've had over these last few months has been immaculate, from you two guys, from Gossie, from people on Facebook, from the FRUK. I mean, shout out to Ashley, who put down a post in the FRUK group this afternoon about it, like all that sort of stuff. It fucking helps, man. It really helps when people build you up. Yeah. Because you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for them, and everyone wants you to succeed. Yeah. So I'm here for you.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you, Nate. And we've gone from sticking mini milks up our bums to quite a deep subject.
It's better to stick them up your arse than in your mouth, mate. It's better for your diet. So.
That's true. That is the one thing I'm not going to be anywhere near as good at as actually is the food side of it. Right now, last thing before we actually move on to the subject, Stuart and I have got the same beer, so we're actually going to do a live review. It's sort of Ice Lolly related, because this is Vocation Brewery
and Yeasty Boys. It's a collaboration brew.
Yours is Vocation as well.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm doing, for those at home that haven't heard, I'm doing Vocation Love and Hate, which is arguably the best beer I've ever had in my life, probably.
Great supermarket beer.
Jesus, this is 6.9%.
Yes.
Piss off, mate. Mine's 7.2. Fuck off with your 6.9, mate. Take the point out.
Oh, God.
Take the point out.
On the
69.
Oh, special brew. Shut up. Waffle. So this is Breakfast Club Waffle and Blueberry Breakfast Stout.
Yeah.
How was that? Sorry, how was that? Ice Lolly related?
Waffles are dessert.
Blueberries are flavour. Breakfast is an appropriate time to eat an ice lolly.
Well, come on, chill out. Okay, I've just opened the can. Stuart, you had this before, right?
Yes, several times.
And a stout is like a Guinness, right?
Guinness is a stout.
Like Guinness.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So stout is a dark beer called stout because they were stronger and thicker and stouter.
The ingredients in this one include water, malted barley, oats, hops, yeast, blueberry, blackberry, vanilla, and cinnamon. So let's see if this is a beer that I like or dislike. Here we go.
Cinnamon, my favourite stripper.
Speaking of strippers, do you know the actor Chris Quentin, who played Brian Tilsley in Coronation Street, is 60-odd-year-old and he's just proposed to his 21-year-old stripper girlfriend. This beer, Michael, is what is known in the trade as a pastry stout because it's full of like sweet dessert flavours,
like waffles.
Mm-hmm.
That is very interesting. It's got a very deep and rich aftertaste.
Yeah.
At the front, it's sort of all the sweetness, and you sort of get the notes of some of them. I need to have a few more sips to really tell if my uncultured palate can really pick up on some of the more subtle notes. Like I'm getting definitely the vanilla, but I need to have a few more sips, see if I can get the rest of it.
You're getting the blueberry?
I'll see. But I'm getting the maltiness and the earthiness and the richness really comes through at the end there.
Yeah.
I feel like my face has gone numb.
Well, Nate's full on drunk.
I am. This is easily the drunkest I've been in quite some time. Do remember, I have not drunk in months.
Wait, you've not drunk in months?
I've not had any booze at all, I think, since I started dieting on the 22nd of October 2018.
Did you not even have a beer at Rich's wedding?
No.
That's why you were no fun.
I had no idea about this. You've not drunk?
I've not drunk alcohol. I've had other fluids.
Like, really rarely drink. You drank more often than me usually, right?
Yeah, I would say, actually saying that, I probably did have a cheeky champagne at Christmas, even though I had been just suffering from food poisoning just prior to that. I think that was the last time I drank any alcohol.
Fair. Right, I really want to try and see if I can get these flavours through. The colour's quite fascinating. It's got a bit of a red tinge.
I'll take a massive mouthful.
Fucking hell, Stuart! You're such a what do they call it? Groomer.
Enabler. No.
Peer pressure.
Stuart, does the type of beer... I know this is not the beer episode, so I don't want to get too heavy on this. Does the type of beer you have determine the type of glass that you would drink it from?
Yes. It can do, very much so. So this is the glass that I use to drink my stouts from.
Good for an audio podcast.
Yeah, it's a large, bulbous stout
tumbler. Tumbler on stilts.
Yeah, I have several glasses that I use to drink different beers from. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You really get the flavour through more when you take a big gulp. That's weird.
And when you burp it back as well.
Oh, really? Yeah, definitely got a hint of the blueberry / fruitiness and the sort of... It is sort of... When you say a pastry...
pastry stout.
Stout. Yeah, I'm getting like that pastry or that waffle come through. Yeah, not bad. That is a not bad beer, that one. It is quite strong, though, quite heady and quite thick, but most of that I don't mind. The strength I tend to struggle with, but hey, let's see. Maybe I'll try and drink the whole thing, and maybe I'll 7%. This I'll be feeling the effects of this for sure.
No,
right,
you won't.
Anyway,
no, not up one can. It's interesting though that you're saying it's thick, mate, because my only criticism of this beer, this is for me. This is a rock solid 4 beer. If the mouthfeel was slightly thicker, it would be a top notch beer because I think the flavour of the blueberries and you get the mapley, waffly, cinnamony vibes. If it was a little thicker, it would be a great beer. As it stands, it's a very good beer. But for £3 a can, it's brill.
I don't think you understand how much of a lightweight I am. Funnily enough, I never drink alcohol. This is the second alcohol drink I've had in the last week. You might have seen it on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, guys, at FRUK. You might have seen it. I had a Toblerone cocktail from the Temple Street Wine Bar. It was very nice. It was Baileys and ice and almond liqueur and other stuff, and I fucking almost necked it. So I got a bit. It just went to my head very quickly and then dissipated very quickly as well. Great. Oh, what very, very interesting beer. Right, so ice lollies, guys. What
would you give it out of 5, 6?
Oh,
6,
shit,
5?
I didn't review it, did I? Well, it is still beer, and I don't love beer, but it's on the higher end of the beers that I've tried, and I can taste some of the flavours, which isn't always the case. So I'd give that a 3 star.
Fair.
So, ice lollies, ice cream vans, and everything that is associated with that. It is June when we're now filming this. The weather has been it was ranged from 3 weeks ago. You could say it was absolutely stunning weather. However, in the last few immediate days, it's been a little bit rainy, or in fact very rainy. I think we had more rainfall last night than we did in the entire previous month. And where I work, when I drove in this morning, I have never seen a bigger puddle at my work. So clearly there was a lot of rainfall in the last 24 hours. But
Puddle watch.
But that doesn't mean
What's the biggest puddle you've ever seen, Stuart?
Like massive puddles, huge puddles. I remember as a kid getting like my feet, trying to cross a field when it was really wet and losing shoes in like boggy puddles and stuff. Horrible.
Boggy puddles are the worst.
Oh,
you're the one who left his shoe there. Everyone's seen the shoe in the puddle. But no, we're starting to eat more ice lollies. I had one a few weeks ago when I was visiting some theme parks. Oh, good grief, how rude. Stuart, how was Gothenburg?
It was very good. It was an incredible place. Beautiful city, incredible public transport, great beer, wonderful, wonderful food. What
was your highlight food-wise?
Oh, Jinx food truck. The Bow, #1 rated on TripAdvisor. A food truck, just incredible. I had great food, great street food. I had a lovely meal in a slightly posher family restaurant. Sushi everywhere, which is great for us, not for Nathan. And but no, the pork bow I had from Jink's food truck was pen.
I've only had bow like once, maybe twice. I just can't get on with it. Like, it's not horrible by any means, but I really want to find out what it is that you guys love about it, because it just feels like it just feels like someone's cooked a bun for about an hour too short. I don't know times, but it's just
Very
massively
bland.
just massively underbaked roll that is just awful. So I just kind of need to know what I'm missing.
Taste buds, maybe. I don't know, like relevance, decency, humanity. I don't know.
Hashtag. Do you want some gravy with that roast?
These were incredible.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Just about to say it. Do you know what? That's taken off at my work as well. I said it today. It got a couple of rice smacks.
I might use that at school tomorrow, actually.
So what, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good, that.
Get it off the ground, guys, right? Whenever you hear someone get burned, or you burn someone themselves, or roast them, say hashtag, do you want some gravy for that roast? Brilliant. It's great. It's great.
And then go hashtag reignite the fuse.
Good times.
Nate is getting well on the way. This is great. It sounds like Stuart got a little bit more involved in the culture of Sweden and Gothenburg than when I went.
Yeah, I mean, you flew there, went to the cinema, went to sleep, got up, went to a theme park, came home. Like,
accurate.
He bought some licorice dime bars.
Oh yeah, I had the licorice dime while I was there as well.
Oh, what did you think?
Enjoyed it.
Do you like licorice?
I do like licorice. I don't love it. I like it. It was subtle. It worked. I was a bit like chocolate and licorice. No, but it did work. The licorice was very subtle. It's just like an earthy niceness to it. I did bring back, as you well know, about a kilogram of lemon dime. Some of which will be making its way down south.
Yeah, bastard.
Here's, mate.
Oh no!
Get a good snap of that for the inst. Oh, is that an Atletico mince reference?
Yeah, correct.
You fucker. Oh, what's the side orders, you fucker? If anyone's not listening to Atletico mince, you have to listen.
Yeah,
they do this new bit where two big sweaty guys, one a waiter and one a patron of a restaurant, order loads of meat off the menu.
The dance player Adrian Lewis.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Can we not promote other podcasts unless it's for a guest that's on our show?
I did invite Bob Mortimer on to FRUK Unwrapped. Funnily enough, he hasn't said yeah.
Have you tried Jim? Have you tried Jim Moyer?
He's not on Athletic Comments.
No, but
I might give him a try. See if he's up to anything.
Start with Vic and then get Bob.
Yeah.
So as the temperatures rise, we need to decrease the temperatures in our mouths, bodies, and indeed stomachs. And one of the most tasty ways of doing that is by purchasing and indeed consuming an ice lolly product. Guys, what are your favourite commercially available ice lollies? I'm talking multi-packs in supermarkets. I'm talking your Roundtrees. I'm talking your Fabs. All that sort of thing. All that sort of shtick.
Fruit pasta lollies, all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
You like the fruit pasta, do you?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. I like them triangle ones.
Jubblies.
Jubblies, yeah.
Oh, really? They're so old school.
Jubblies.
That's so old, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Jubblies are?
You know what a fucking jubbly is. You need to shut down Food Review UK if you don't know what a fucking jubbly is.
Oh, no one knows they're called that.
I think everyone knows they're called jubblies.
They're not triangles anyway. They're
They're hexahedrons.
They've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 4 sides. What's a 4-sided 3D subject? Or no, 4-faceted shape. Tetrahedron. So
I think to grave, I will be regretful of the fact we didn't record Stuart's reaction there. The facial.
Fucking hell! I was looking at the pictures. I didn't see it.
Oh no! Oh, Claire!
I was so invested in the internet and I missed out what was happening between my friends. If anything, it wasn't jubbly enough.
This is expensive now.
You're listening to FRUK Unwrapped. Please support us on Patreon so we can continue to make amazing content, including a recent video where we reviewed a £6 tub of ice cream. £6? Has he lost the plot? And our recent £30 room service breakfast. This guy's a fucking idiot.
Stuart, more. Give me more.
I
I enjoyed being the chaotic one tonight.
Do you know what? Right.
I think I'm going to drink more.
Very much so.
The window. Booze forever.
Don't eat a lot of ice lollies. I like the fruit pasta one. I like the jubbly. I'm a fan of an ice pop. I'm a big fan of an ice pop.
What, like a Mr. Freeze?
Yeah, like a Mr. Freeze, or just a snide. The ones that used to be 5p from the shop on my way home from school, or the big ones for 50p, for 10p, sorry. Now they're like, the snide ones are like 25p. Ideally, I like orange.
That money in Manchester?
What's that?
Nothing, go on.
Were you saying something racist, Nathan?
No, I said, who has that money in Manchester?
Oh, yeah. Ideally, for preference, I like the brown ones and the orange ones. The cola and the orange.
I'd always be going for, if they had it, it was a rare one. So it was Mr. Freeze for me down here. And I would have always gone for the very rare one, which was the turquoise one. I think it was like a tropically or a bubblegummy. Or the blue one. That's what I'd be going for.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking logistically now, how on earth did we get into them as children?
But
obviously, well, you would have
top.
obviously been carrying a penknife, but
yeah, a sword. No, you bite them, don't you?
Oh, did you bite them?
Yeah, yeah. What do you not?
Mate,
I mean, I still do.
Freeze?
I still do.
So, yeah, they're sort of they're a thing, aren't they? We sort of all have them as a kid or whatever. I don't love them. They're a nice cheap alternative. There's something you can stick in the freezer and get on with.
We're still talking about the freezers.
No, talking about dead bodies. But I will say that the ones we've got in the freezer at the moment are relatively quirky. So we picked up from the range. Just trying to find the name. They're called Swizzles Double Squeezy, and they are a double pack. So rather than just having one long stick, they're two sort of shorter sticks, but side by side. So you get two flavours at once.
So like the double dip sherbet package, that idea, where you get the two flavours of sherbet side by side, you get two flavours of lolly side by side.
Yeah, and they're branded. So you've got one of them is called Fruity Pops, which I think is bullshit, and that looks like it's orange and blackcurrant flavour. Yeah. But you've then got
that's a Swizzle Sweet.
Is it Fruity Pops?
Yeah,
okay, fair enough.
That's the circular pops with the coloured packets that have got the yellow seeds on, regardless of flavour. They've got those yellow spots or green spots.
I do apologise. You've also got refreshers. Good. You've also got refreshers, which is lemon and strawberry, and then you've got drumstick, which is cherry and apple.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I've only had one so far. It was a little bit underwhelming. Could have been a bit stronger in flavour.
They're weird.
Wasn't
they're like
bad.
Jelly. It's like frozen jelly. I don't like the texture.
Really? It just tastes like it's nice pop, mate. You don't. It's not the sweets. I've not frozen the sweets.
Yeah, but they're like it's like a frozen jelly. It's like chewy.
No, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. And the other one I've got is Tango, which is a lot more.
Trying to converse with you.
The Tango brand Jubblies are good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know they did Jubblies. These are just these are really weird design fucking ice pops because they've got like a kink in the middle. So you've got to sort of like cut it halfway down to try and squeeze the bottom up. I don't quite understand what that is. Stuart's giving me looks because I use the word kink, obviously. See if I can find it. Yeah, if you Google Tango Easy Freezy, like there's a little bit in the middle where it's just like squeezed.
Oh, like those. There are other things like that where you get them in the. Yeah, I don't get that. What's
like,
that all about?
I literally had one the other day, and I had to literally cut half of it off in the end because I couldn't get to the second half of the fucking ice block.
Yeah, that's absolute madness.
I can't remember what I'm sure I've been told the reason for that before, but I can't remember what it was.
Because they're perverts, probably.
That's weird.
And they like to think their customers are suffering. But yeah, so they were much better.
Mate, there's no holds barred tonight.
Oh, fuck all of them. Fuck food. Fuck drinks. Fuck all of them cunts.
Jesus Christ, Nathan.
Write that down, Stuart.
Listen. I'm a can and a half into this bad boy. I'm taking no prisoners. Love and hate. A lot of hate, mate.
Avert your ears, Mrs. Bullock.
Stuart lad. There you go. There's my.
My mum made my tea for me tonight. We had sausage and mash with tender stem broccoli, sugar snaps, and green beans. I want to also mention, I'd forgotten, an ice lolly that I very much enjoy, the Del Monte smoothie lollies. I don't know whether they still make them. They did a mango and a raspberry, and the raspberry in particular was peng.
Was it smoothie?
I think I've seen this recently.
They were Del Monte. They were really good, and they were like 98 calories, and quite thick and satisfying. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had them. I will say I am a fan. I'm very old school. I am a fan of just a plain, straight up like orange juice ice lolly on a stick. Like, you know, you get the cheap shit that you find like Tesco's own, Sainsbury's own, just rubbish, just orange lolly on a stick. Quite a fan of them. So I imagine that I would probably enjoy those smoothies.
Yeah, no, they are good. Those smoothie ones. What do you like, Michael? Since though you chose bloody ice lollies as a topic.
I can't really talk about my favourite ones actually, because that's going to be an upcoming segment on sort of a competition-based section of the show.
All right, nice.
Which I don't want to talk about yet.
Cool.
But I will say,
Do you want me to?
I'm interested by all of the recent Kinder Bueno ice creams.
They're ice creams. This is ice lollies.
I've had the cut.
Not an appropriate time to mention it.
Ice lollies / ice cream things. I think I basically said at the start of the show.
Where's your cut-off point?
Yeah.
Precisely. Moving on then. Well, again, slightly.
What's a Solero? What's a Solero? What's a Mivy? Like, is that a lolly or is that an ice cream?
What about a Tangle Twister? Because that's like half lolly, half ice cream as well, twisted round.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where's your cut-off point? How much ice cream becomes an ice? Does it become an ice cream?
And that's Crufts.
Look at his ears. Just look at his ears.
Saying there should be not an appropriate quote, but Nate's slightly trod over this one, as if this podcast isn't light enough on content as it was. He's bloody ruined one of the 2 other segments that I've written somehow, even though we've only talked about ice cream for about 5 minutes and the rest has been I don't even know what. But I was going to say, what's in your freezer right now? In fact, Stuart, he said he doesn't even like ice lollies, so shall I just go? Jesus.
Can I just say for the record, you didn't ask me what my favourite lollies are, you just asked me what my favourite ice pops were. Can I mention my favourite?
Oh, mate.
Quite like a Calypso.
Calippo.
Yeah. They're quite nice too.
What flavour? You had the strawberry and vanilla one?
No. What's the one you filleted in Brighton?
Bubblegum.
I've not had that one either.
That's interesting, actually.
Orange and old school lemon.
I think the last 2 Calippos I had were both in Brighton. I don't remember. That's a good anecdote, that. I don't remember having... No. Hear me out. Because I had the vanilla and strawberry one.
Stuart, please tell me this is recording, because I don't want to have gone through all this for nothing.
Is that the last Calippo I had? And then before that, as you rightly point out, is filleting one. Yeah, there's no better word for it, really. Filleting, blodging. I don't know how many terms.
What was that noise? I don't have it.
This is not.
I just don't remember having one outside of those 2 instances. I wonder if that's the sum totalum of Calippo reviews on Food Review UK. Food Review UK Calippo. Strawberry vanilla. That is in a Brighton hotel. No, wait, hang on.
Oh, drama.
Wait, that wasn't the same day. No,
You
it's
have
not.
2 Calippos in a day.
Wait,
Because
what?
that is a good anecdote.
No, hang on, that's weird. Oh, fuck! I thought that was so weird for a minute. I was hovering over the Calippo Combo Strawberry Vanilla review, and the background is exactly the same as the Calippo Bubblegum review. But the reason is because I put in a clip of the Bubblegum review into it, so it is the same video. But yeah, no, those are the only Calippo reviews on the channel. I know no one asked.
Hashtags, retweets, likes, comments, follows. This isn't any ordinary social media. This is Food Review UK social media. Come find us at facebook.com/Food Review UK, on Twitter at Food Review UK, and on Instagram at FRUK. Oh, and don't forget the main channel, Food Review UK on YouTube.
I
Michael.
can tell you, Skittles ice lolly ice cream, because the inside is absolutely phenomenal, but it's completely overpowered by the completely non-Skittles flavour exterior. So what's in your freezer?
Quite like a knobbly bobbly.
Very interesting.
Also a toffee crunch.
Crumble.
No, crumble. That's it. Toffee crumble.
Is that the Golden Gay time?
That's the golden gay time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love a gay time. Golden or otherwise. So Michael, move on to the next segment.
So what's in your freezer now? What you got in your freezer?
Chicken.
Have you got any ice lollies or ice creams in your freezer?
I genuinely don't know.
Time has passed for tubs.
Oh no, I've got no tubs of ice cream. I don't know if we've got any. I imagine we've got some jubblies.
Oh, we've got Fab Jam Donut lollies.
Yeah, I threw them out the other day.
You didn't like them, or just gone past
Yeah,
themselves?
didn't really like them.
Oh, I hate you immensely because I love them.
Really?
In fact, I love them more than you. As in, not more than you love them. I love them more than I love you.
Completely understandable. It's a very strong flavour.
If you had a jam centre, I'd probably love you more.
You know, I don't, and that is not an invitation. I'm in the unique position. I'm not in a unique position. I'm in the probably rare position that I like to experiment with food. We're talking about mini milk at the front of the episode, and I like to try new and odd and weird flavors. And actually, ice creams and ice lollies is an area where particularly own brand retailers, they're not afraid to push the boat out a little bit. So you do see things like bubble gum and candy floss popping candy, like mini milk sticks things from the likes of Iceland, from the likes of Morrison's. You see things like unicorn cones. Actually, the rainbow cone from Tesco is particularly good. I tried that one for the first time the other day. That's got candy floss flavour ice cream with a strawberry sauce and I think little crispy rainbow bits on top. It's actually a very nice cone, so we got some of those in there at the moment. I think I've got a rhubarb and custard cone in there. That was from maybe Tesco. And we've got a few of those like popping candy bubblegum sticks that I said a minute ago about. So it's got a load of random shit in there basically, and I never finish them. Hence why I bought these jam donut fabs the other day and had to end up throwing them out once we got a few more frozen products.
Disgusting. Likes to experiment with flavours. I only had cheese and onion crisps for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, it's just not very inventive for me. Inventive enough.
Yeah, I have nothing else in my freezer of a lolly-based product other than the aforementioned Swizzles, Tango, and Fab Jam Donut. We have some ice cream, but as you said, that is not for this podcast.
Precisely. Good. Okay, moving on. This is an interesting one, I think. What is your ice cream van order?
Isn't this Lollies, this episode?
As I said at the start of the episode, ice lollies / ice cream van related things.
99 loads of monkey's blood.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, so you're calling it monkey's blood. Is that a northern thing?
Have we not had this conversation before?
Yeah, we had this conversation with the great...
On the actual ice cream podcast.
Yeah, and he basically said that Stuart was wrong for calling it that.
Yeah, correct. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, that probably, I would imagine, with a flake in it, which actually does come with a flake, so I don't know what to say that.
Yeah.
I wonder if we asked this exact question on that episode.
No, we didn't. If I'm going to stick within the ice lolly theme, quite like a lemonade lolly. Or a cider lolly.
Knew you were going to say that.
I do. I want to say it. I'm not saying it, but I do want to say it.
Crisp, sweet, refreshing, and it's got that.
Oh, Jesus!
And it's got that.
We're back to Brighton. Which one are you talking about? The lemonade one?
Cider.
Oh, the cider. Yeah. Old school. Used to love like the funny feet.
Yes.
On the ice cream van.
Funny feet, and there was one that looked like a pair of goggles, googly eye kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Now, I don't think this was an ice cream van. This was more sort of just ice cream. This was probably more like somewhere you'd get like a WH Smith, or God forbid we ever mentioned John Menzies from this podcast. Sorry, youngsters. Menzies was like a budget WH Smiths, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. Do you remember it, MJ? Menzies?
I think I've heard of it, but I don't quite remember it. Was it a blue logo with gold writing?
I think it was white writing. High street news agents, like a Smiths.
Yeah. I don't know what the name of it was, but it was like a Dracula lolly.
Oh.
It was a vampire-shaped lolly. Fucking love that.
Yeah, of course you're gonna Google it, Michael. Obviously, it's Michael Jamieson, isn't it?
Was it a red ice lolly?
Yes, it fucking was.
It was called Dracula.
Yeah.
Oh, Dracula lolly was the tits.
Mixed fruit flavour.
I would happily give money to bring that back.
Oh, I tell you what that looks like.
Oh,
probably. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I've definitely mentioned this on videos before, repeatedly, but to the extent that it is very boring.
Ghostbusters chocolate bar.
Scooby-Doo drink.
They're around the same time. I think this is one
Bob's
of my
Bubble Works.
They're going for all the greatest hits, and I can't even defend myself because it's all true. It's one of my earliest food memories. It's the Tom and Jerry ice lollies.
Oh yeah.
The Jerry was pink strawberry, I think, and the Tom was orange. And I remember the moulding was particularly good, and I can just imagine my little 4 or 5 year old tongue licking the surface of the ice lolly and going into each little crevice and appreciating the high quality of the moulding.
Can we edit that out, Stuart? Because I don't think we have license to talk about MJ's 4 or 5-year-old tongue and crevices.
It's disgusting. Horrible man. Horrible man.
Wasn't meaning to be as I was saying, I appreciated the very distinct lines.
Does anyone enjoy a screwball?
Used to love it. Arguably still do, but haven't ordered in years.
What else is there? Oyster?
Love an oyster, incredible.
Yeah.
What else do they do? Come on, what else do they do?
I just, do you know what I've realised fairly recently is that
Which is
hazelnut. I'm not familiar with that one.
It's like a lolly with then a 99 without the flake dumped on top.
Weird.
So it's
That's
like
weird.
a lolly and an ice cream all in one.
Yeah, that's odd.
Oh,
They do.
I've never seen that before, but I've just googled it, and your description was absolutely spot on. How fucking weird!
Yeah, it's for people that just can't decide what they're going to have.
Why
Do
is
I
it
want a
even
lolly, or do I want... I don't know why they're northern.
Why are you
but they're-
doing northern?
Do I want a lolly, or do I want ice cream?
Ice cream.
Only Northerners are dipshit enough to stick a lolly on top of an ice cream. No offense.
Ice cream on top of it.
Stuart has just maintained a steely look. He's broken. He's working. It reminds me of our dear friend Sam. He recently advised about something they have in Australia called a spider, which is basically a Tango ice blast with ice cream in the middle, soft serve ice cream like poured on top. Something that I'm going to definitely review soon on the channel by doing a sort of hack. I'm going to go to like Odeon and then McDonald's sort of thing. So yeah, I'll definitely do that in the summer months for sure.
Take Sam with you when you do it. That'll be fun because he's got diabetes, hasn't he? So, like, he might die.
Danger.
Oh. It's not fun.
Ooh, we need danger.
Yeah, love ice cream. When was the last time you ordered from one? Joking apart.
Ice cream van. Can't remember.
Last summer, I think. I don't think I've done one this year, certainly.
Yeah.
That's for adults, isn't it?
What I like is when I used to live in Uxbridge, there was an ice cream van which the tune was obviously clearly the I don't know if it was the speaker or the actual music player was obviously old and was therefore playing its tune a lot slower than it should. Definitely sounded like something out of a horror film.
Oh, nice.
That was the Harry Potter theme. I don't know why I'm doing that, but
absolutely just stomping over my content here. This is unbelievable.
There's an ice cream van round here that plays Let's Get Ready to Rumble by PJ and Duncan.
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
I call your bluff.
You're lying. It's a great northern lie.
All right then. Next time it happens, video evidence.
Not a problem, my friend.
I had one about a year ago. My work were kind enough to give one of their rare relinquishes of kindness. No, joking. My work's not particularly. I'm definitely just going to stop talking about my work, I think. They ordered an ice cream van to come, and I had an ice cream. I think it was an ice cream cone with bubblegum sauce and hazelnuts, and it was bloody brilliant. I love hazelnuts, and I love hazelnuts on ice cream. Delicious.
Yeah.
All hazelnuts. All chosen for this cone, actually.
Now for the bit everyone loves. Oh yeah, the nuts. I love the nuts. Going actually. Who wants to play a game?
Correct.
Time to play a game.
It's got Quivio.
Oh, Stuart, let's play a game.
Q-U-I-V-I-A.
Are we playing Quivia?
Yes, Quivia. Time to play some Quivia.
Jesus Christ, Michael's Quivia. What on earth is going to happen now?
Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah. time to play trivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's trivia time to play some trivia. It's like a cross between some trivia and a quiz, and as such it stands apart the two of those two aforementioned words. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's trivia time to play some trivia. Q-U-I-V-I-A. Yeah, it's trivia time to play some trivia.
Yeah, can you even imagine, right? This is a shambled together episode.
Shambled.
Trivia.
Shambled.
Borderline being made up as we go along, but I will. Yeah, isn't it awful?
We've got that much drink left, boys.
I'll go on through these rounds. So we're actually going to have 3 rounds. You can score up to 3 points on the first question. 1 point. One person will get 1 point on the second question. There are squints and looks of confusion from the guests.
Don't stop quizzing. So if it's your question, you get 3 points. If you don't get it, the next person gets 1 point.
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's
maybe
as logical as that, Nathan.
Yeah, it's not as logical as that. Just explain. Right, so this first round is a round that I like to call higher or lower brackets temperature. The brackets temperature is only there for an ice pun. It's actually a much more conventional game of higher or lower. So, fellas, I have a list of traditional American ice cream van products in front of me. So it will become a little bit more difficult, hopefully, because, of course, we don't live in America.
Or
so
do we? Do we? You don't know where I live. Because you've never been to visit me.
Oh, fuck.
I've been to Stuart's house.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, twice.
Oh, no, nah.
I've met his mum, which is why I've got such a authentic impression of the accent.
Fuck, that's true. So I've got a list of American ice cream products in front of me from an American ice cream van, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell each of you.
Or both of us, or
one. I'm going to play it with one of you at a time, and you're basically going to get higher or lower 3 products. So for a possible maximum of 3 points. Okay.
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah.
Does anyone want to go first?
Stuart can.
Stuart will go first. Okay, Stuart. The first product I've got is a double cone with a flake. And the price is $5.50.
Sorry, what are you asking me?
I'm telling you.
Right, alright, nice.
The price is $5.50.
Great.
Now, the next product is a double cone with sherbet. Is the price higher or lower?
And the first was double cone with a flake.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I think that's lower.
What's that thing called?
An automaton.
Automaton. Brilliant. I can't ascertain the answer, I have to be honest. Lower?
Yeah, lower.
I'll obviously reveal the scores at the end, because it makes this round more interesting. So, Stuart,
Obviously.
the next product is an iceberg. Now, an iceberg is looks to be just what I was describing earlier, and is similar to a spider. So we've got some sort of slush, and we've got an ice cream iceberg on top. Is the iceberg higher or lower than the double cone? than the double cone.
Indeterminable amount.
Correct.
Is it higher or lower than this figure that you don't know?
Are you saying higher? So is it the pitch that I need to listen out for? Because obviously the pitch of that did get higher.
I mean, I would imagine so, because that's the only musical feature that the automatone's giving you.
So, okay, Stuart's saying higher. So I'll register the point there. And then your last product. So we're moving from an iceberg. We're moving over to a chocolate fudge sundae. This is quite a tall sundae, so it looks to be a large, although it doesn't specify on the picture. So it looks to be a large toffee fudge sundae, or chocolate fudge sundae. So I think you're saying higher. It's good. I'm just registering the answers so I know exactly what is going on.
I've never seen anything funnier.
Right, Nate, are you ready for your turn?
I'll be honest with you, Michael. I didn't hear any of the setup, so I'm just going to have to guess.
Okay. I think it would only be fair to start on the same ice cream product. So Stuart started on the double cone with a flake, and we decided, or indeed we relayed the information from the board, that this is a $5.50 product. Okay, so it's a double cone with flake.
In the club.
The next product is a single cone without flake. Is the price higher or lower? I don't know why they're after higher or lower.
Savourier.
Higher or lower, Nathan?
You absolute prick.
Lower.
I just want to do this as well. Okay, lower. Okay. So the next product is a double cone again, but this one is
Gold plated.
this one is dipped in chocolate, and then it's got nuts sprinkled on top.
And 3 flakes.
Does that cost more or less than a small single cone? Higher.
Yeah, that's higher.
Looks like we've got ourselves a gambling man.
Michael one. I know. We're about an hour into this podcast. Can I please apologise to every listener out there?
So your final product today, Nathan. This is on the sort of the bit at the bottom of the board, which is just sort of extras. It's a small wafer. Is a small wafer higher or lower than a double cone with chocolates and nuts? Lower. Okay.
Lower.
Like I said, I won't reveal this.
It's equal. It's equal cost.
I think it's equal cost.
Equal cost. Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Higher, not lower. It's exactly the same cost.
So there we go. Okay, the points are in, and we'll reveal them shortly. So the second round, again, this is something that was slightly trodden over. In fact, I'm afraid, guys, the next 2 rounds are going to be opinion-based, I'm afraid. So the skill round is over. The second round here, I want to have...
opinion quiz.
If we put Nate first on this one, I'd like your best impression of an ice cream van, please.
Ding, 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 ding,
Did you take summer vacations in Hogsmeade or something? Fucking hell, mate. That's your entry, is it?
Yeah, that's my
Right,
official
Stuart,
entry
you've got an
into
open goal here then, mate.
Ding 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 ding.
Oh, fuck. So that's 2 zeros. Scores registered. Right, and the final one, unless of course that we need to devote to the the final one, unless we need to go to the tiebreaker. This is round 3. Your best joke that would be seen at home on a lolly stick. Stuart? Oh, Stuart's video froze then.
No, it didn't. My brain froze. My best joke that would be seen at home on a lolly stick. Why did oh god, why did why did the Thunderbirds be careful not to eat their ice creams too quickly in case they got brain freeze?
Yeah. Good. Nate?
Well, the trick here is to state that it doesn't have to be Frozen related. So the correct answer is, what's round an orange? An orange.
Ooh. That's the
What's
interesting.
orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Yes.
Yeah.
Why
A
should
frozen carrot.
Why should you never let Elsa hold your balloon?
Because she'll let it go.
Correct.
So if Stuart hadn't won with the first question, he would have just won.
Ooh.
Oh, I haven't watched the Frozen trailer. I'll do that later. Oh my god,
Very
and how appropriate.
Very serious.
Should almost do a trailer reaction. Right, guys, I'm going to tell you the scores, but then... it's shocking.
Shocking.
Can I just say for the record, I'm regretting my glib response to the third section of the higher or lower.
Yeah, I think that is a wise choice. So, Stuart, you got
Too late
one...
to change my answer.
Sort of, yeah.
Lower.
So Stuart got 1 point in the higher or lower category.
Oh, there's a surprise.
Actually it's quite unfortunate and unlucky for you actually.
Oh, was it?
I hadn't realised this. I hadn't realised this when I was reading it out. But the double cone with sherbet is the same price as the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
So you couldn't possibly have got it right. So you got 1 point on that round. Then you got a couple of zeros in the next few rounds. But then you did win me at the end there with that joke round. So
Thank
you're
you.
on 2 points.
Thank you.
Nate, you managed to secure 2 points in the higher or lower round. I think you was fed some quite
3.
challenging questions as well there, actually. But then you sort of went on what I would call a melting streak, if you'll allow me to be thematic with the explanation of your downfall there.
I'll allow it.
And so you're actually both on 2, so we do need to defer to the tiebreaker.
Great.
So you'll need to put these. Should we have Nate first, or who went first last round? Yeah. So if you have Nate go first.
Yeah.
Nate, you need to put these ice lollies in order of my favourite, from most favourite to least favourite, and crucially, these are all some of my favourites.
Oh, crucially, that is crucial.
So Nate, what's your order?
You haven't given me what? Right,
Have I not read out the three options?
no. Okay, so
The three options are Zap,
Yeah.
Toffee Crumble,
Golden Gate Time. Yeah.
and Golden Gay Time, and Knobbly Bobbly.
I would say that they are. I would say number 1 is Zap. Number 2 is Knobbly Bobbly, and number 3 is Golden Gay Time.
Knobbly Bobbly, Toffee Crumble. And Stuart.
Golden
You're
Gate Time, Zap, Knobbly Bobbly.
Ooh. Zap. Knobbly Bobbly. Okay, let's calculate the scores. Neither of you are actually correct.
Oh.
However, the closest is Stuart because he got my top answer correct, and Nate got his answer as my top one. It was actually my least favourite out of those three. So correct answer should have been Toffee Crumble, Knobbly Bobbly, and then Zap. Actually, that's probably wrong. It's probably Toffee Crumble, Zap, and Knobbly. So Stuart, you're actually just bang on there. So Stuart,
Weird.
you win. The brain of Quivia. Somehow, I gave Nate an open goal. Mate, I asked you if a fucking wafer cost more than a fucking... What are you thinking?
In some places, a wafer is the most prestigious part of the ice cream.
Is Nate going through like the 7 stages of grief or something? Because he's in fucking sentence or
And
something.
the 7.2 stages of grief.
Correct.
Alcohol reference.
Yeah.
Great. So we had a lovely time at Quiver. I'm sure you
gay
agree,
time.
guys.
Yeah, Golden Gate Time. So what essentially just happened was in a game of Quivia that was entirely devised and rigged for me to lose, I won it. Was that what happened?
I have to say, I only decided on rigging it at the last minute. I thought, oh fuck, this would be hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Also entirely. I mean, one round was opinion. In fact, 2 rounds were opinion. So I don't know how that's rigged. Because if it was rigged, he still gave both the points to you.
Yeah, but those
Or
rounds only had 1 point each for them, whereas the first round, which you were given 3 open goals, gave you 3 points.
And I scored 2 of them. Listen, if there's a striker out there scoring a 66.6% shot ratio, then he's fucking worth 100 million, mate. So
Yeah. Probably
I'm worth
Lukaku, innit? So
I'm worth 99 million at least.
you've.
If there's a time to be proud of Nate, or if there's a reason to be proud of Nate, it's for his weight loss. If there's a reason to not be proud of Nate, it would have to be his performance in the first round of that quiz.
Ooh, I scored twice the amount of points that Stuart did. I mean, I don't know how that is a letdown. I literally doubled his score.
Oh, fucking hell.
And yet I'm the loser.
Correct. You said it.
Right, that just gives us enough time to take a glance over at our social media challenge.
God.
challenge.
Sock
Our
man.
social media channels.
Suck man, it's time for questions that you posted on all the platforms that you utilize to provoke our replies. Although increasingly our posts take the forms of statements that require no response, as opposed to the questions we requested in our initial posts on the aforementioned Suck Man.
So, because we sort of had this last minute MJ plans an episode in 5 minutes and it's fucking chaos episode,
Can
we
I just-
did a black
can I
and
just-
white. Go on.
Can I just stop you there? I've opened up my Google Chrome. And you know, I don't know, do either of you use Google Chrome?
No,
God,
I've got a Mac.
Alright, so I've opened
Wait,
up.
hang on. What do you mean you've got a Mac? Google Chrome's on Mac. You don't use Safari, do you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
idiot.
I don't really go on the
Safari
internet. I thought it'd go on the internet.
Anyway, below the search bar, there's like suggested websites, presumably based on what I've visited recently. And the third, well, you say, oh dear. The third one, hot yogurt. I thought it was worth stopping a podcast for. Carry on.
Almost the opposite. Almost the opposite of the subject.
How's your beer, Michael?
Yeah, going well. Cheers.
Okay.
Oh, you fucker.
Oh, you gargler.
Yeah, so we just cobbled together a fully black and white image. I have to say, it's not my finest Photoshop work. We put a large... normally on our social media channels, we post the thumbnail, the gorgeous and attractive and well-designed thumbnail for the episode. And we ask and implore for you to leave your questions and comments in the comment section below. This week we had no time, so it's a black and white image. It simply says, ask us anything. MJ has planned a backup podcast in 5 minutes. Shoot. So it's an absolute free-for-all, guys. At that time, I didn't want to reveal the subject being ice lollies and ice cream van related paraphernalia, ancillary. So let's have a look. And
Did you say celery?
and I only want to talk about leeks and celery. No, there's a joke in there somewhere. So right, let's see what we've got. First of all, we've got over on Facebook. We've got Chris Clements, our guest for the last episode. Actually,
Chris the Clam Clements. Can I just say, I love the fact that you introduced him as Chris the Clam Clements on the Crisp episode.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I was just you weren't there, and I thought, what would Stuart do?
Yeah,
WWSD.
Correct.
What would Stuart do? I'm saying that's what it stands for. That's what, because it's like it's like WWJD. What would Jordan
do?
Straight away. Chris the Clown Clement says, why is he upset with me?
Which one?
I don't know. He's not specified.
Can we all think of the reasons why we're upset with Chris the Clam Clements?
I'm
upset with him because of the Seabrooks hate.
Yeah.
Is that more offensive than the fact he said you weren't human?
Nope.
Oh, actually, I like Chris today. I like Chris because he agrees with me on Avengers that it looks cool and everyone else is being mean to us. So I like Chris.
That's just being mean to us. Claire! A game I have no involvement in is getting some flack and everyone's being mean to me.
Claire, they're all saying that the Avengers in the Avengers game look like the stunt extras.
God. Claire, the only person who agrees with me is Chris Clements, and this is the lowest point of my life.
So, how is my impression of myself the worst impression of myself? I don't understand that. How is it the least accurate? I don't. Right, Adam Bunch, best form of potato.
Brilliant.
Chris Clements.
Best form of potato.
Joke.
Roast potato. Roast.
Yeah, I'm somewhere between your roast. Shit. I think I will. I think I'll join you on the roast. Hashtag everyone great review with that roast.
Hashtag Dwight. Hashtag Dwight and Andy.
Yeah, roast at the absolute peak roast.
Spit roast. Joseph S. This is also on Facebook, on our FRUK Unwrapped and Fans Facebook page. Check it out, guys. If you're not on there, you're not anywhere.
Can I just say for the record, this might be the best show we've ever done. Carry on.
If you were to design a dark ride for Alton Towers, what would it be about? They already have one.
Nighttime.
They already have one of my
favourite
dark rides. Wait, shall I?
Well, I think he was asking me, actually, not you, Michael.
Okay, mate.
Do you believe in a ride called love? Just a still in your heart. It would be about the darkness. It would be like rock and roll stuff, but English.
I watched a great Stephen Tries. Watched a great Stephen Tries video the other day. Check him out, guys. I don't want to ruin the punchline, but it did have a darkness joke in there that only became apparent at the very end of the episode. It was very funny. Alton Towers is a location of probably my favourite dark ride. Oh, no. Symbolica exists. Alton Towers is the home of one of my favourite dark rides, and that's Hex. I would like to think that I could make an absolutely brilliant... I'd like to think that... Actually, I'm going to get a little bit deep again, to be honest. So I've been thinking a lot recently about what I want to do with my life, which for years, I thought I've known what I wanted to do. And videography and professional YouTuber is... not professional YouTuber, but full-time YouTuber, I should say. I don't think anyone would ever accuse me of being professional. YouTuber is still definitely up there, but I think I'm realising that there's a lot of other things that would probably make me happy. And one of those things is a ride designer, and I do actually think that I'd be a really, really good ride and roller coaster designer. So I'd like to think that I'd make an amazing ride. Now, put me on the spot a little bit with quite a specific question to build a dark ride for Alton Towers. I'd have to say that I definitely want to, as with some of their other rides, such as 13, such as Nemesis, such as Hex, they all play very well, and to their strength, they play off of the history of Alton Towers. So I think it would have to be something that, again, plays off the history of Alton Towers. The next thing I'd consider is where in the park would benefit most from a dark ride, and that is 100% the Dark Forest, because they've only got 2 rides in there at the moment, and they're both large roller coasters, so they would really benefit from a high capacity dark ride. So I'd actually put it towards the back of that area, to the left and rear of 13. So because it would be in the Dark Forest, it would have to be Dark Forest themed, but then you obviously got Hex, so you want to have it as far away from a sort of haunted branch / witch / experiment theme as possible. And if you're talking about a forest, I guess I'd do something like an underground forest, maybe like a hallucinogenic mushroom or something. I think the lads are finding this question a bit boring. Some sort of, I did say ask us anything, guys. So probably vibe off the hallucinogenic sort of fungi sort of vibe. That way you can work in a bit more psychedelic nature and maybe a bit more neon brightness, but it would still be very it would be very atmospheric, maybe a lot of steam effects, maybe oh god, they're both doing things. I think it'd be like just a very high capacity, slow, simple dark ride, but with a lot of oh, you're gonna hurt yourself. Please don't do that. I wouldn't want you to get hurt just because you're taking a piss out of me. What a pathetic human being. Don't hurt yourself because you're bullying me, guys. I don't think you guys want to even answer that, do you? I don't think you probably
don't have a clue. What?
I've answered it seriously and on the record. I would make a dark ride about the darkness.
The band,
the popular glam rock band, from Norfolk, I believe.
Yeah.
Who were popularised by the song "I Believe in a Love" or "A Feeling Like Love" or something about that. They also don't let the bells end.
Ring piece.
I feel they're underrepresented at theme park level. That's all I'm saying, and that's all I've ever said.
You're not wrong, mate, and I apologise. You certainly did say that, and I believe the record does show that.
It's on the record.
I'm agreeing, if anything.
I've said Ashley numerous Gaffney, times.
I assume no.
More than once.
No relation to Dean Gaffney. Actually, funnily enough, I accidentally turned on to EastEnders yesterday, and Dean Gaffney was on there. He was much older, had quite a lot of grey hair, and judging from his child that came in, I think he might have married a woman of Asian descent, which is great for EastEnders to include a bit more diversity in the programme.
Ashley is my boy. He mentioned me earlier on Facebook. I mentioned him earlier on the podcast.
Good.
What would you rather fight? A shark with bear arms or a bear with shark arms?
A A bear with shark arms? No. Oh.
Yes, no. Where are we? Well,
Where are we? Where am I? Am I on land?
Hang on.
Yeah,
Exactly. Are the darkness involved? Because that's my only question. If we're fighting in the arena, i.e., if we're fighting a shark underwater and a bear on land, then I would have to go with a bear on land with shark arms.
See, the thing, a bear with shark arms, because essentially a bear with shark arms is a bear with no arms.
Correct.
So, is its biting strength enough? Because I'm thinking a bear's going to come up with its big paws, it's going to grab me, it's going to maul me, and it's going to be a claws and teeth combination. A shark with bear arms is an improved killer because it's a shark with grabbing strength, whereas a bear with shark arms is weakened.
We've overlooked a distinct issue here. This shark with bear arms has not got bare legs.
What's it wearing? Has it got trousers?
If we're in water, it's lost its ability to steer because it's lost its fins. And if we're on land,
how fast do you think I'm going to swim? That it's going to need to steer a lot. I'm assuming this is like an organised fight, not just a random attack.
Oh, bear arms.
I'm still taking the shark with the bare arms.
So for the record, bare arms, are we just talking about the front two arms? Or are we talking about the back two arms. Which are legs? all I'm saying is what's arms and what's legs? Like when a bear's running, are all four legs or are they arms?
I think I've read this out wrong. A shark with bare arms or a bear with sharks as arms.
Oh wow! Oh my lord!
Hang on a second. Hang on. We are wildly, completely different here.
Yeah, that is crazy. A bear with sharks as arms is the ultimate killing machine.
Is it though?
Yes, it is, Nathan. I fought a bear with sharks as arms, and I barely lived to tell the tale.
Well, the North really is tough. But now interesting. Are we talking about the bear has arms that are shaped like sharks, or are they literal sharks? Because if they're literal sharks, then once they're out of the water for minutes, hours, whatever it may take, those sharks are dead.
Why?
Why?
Because of the air.
Yeah.
But they're not breathing, mate. They're getting their oxygen from the blood supply that's coming from the bear's circulatory system.
Yeah.
Science.
I need to see this. I need to see the science on this.
I've just explained the science to you.
I need to see some sort of like human centipede-esque film that shows me that this is possible.
New Patreon reward, Michael.
Well.
We need to make this happen.
Thirsty.
We need to make this happen. Patreon rewards. We need to do this experiment.
Okay.
Top of the list.
I need more information.
Top of the list of things to do. Great question, though, Gaffers. Great question. Yeah.
Gaffers, can you please, regardless of whatever the next episode is about, can you please ask the same question?
Yeah. Best comment he's posted on social media all day.
Sorry?
Wow. Gaffer's got another question as well. Oh. He's not done. He's not done yet. And my food/drink related question is: if you could each have a brand of food or drink to sponsor the channel/podcast, what brand would it be?
Oh, great question. Probably Mama Tompkins bear with shark arms burgers.
It wouldn't be the Mars Corporation because their PR company are fucking cunts.
Who?
Mars.
Who are cunts?
Escapade PR are cunts. No, to be fair, it's only one woman who works there who's a cunt.
The rest are just dicks.
Actually, you can edit all that out if you want, because it makes me sound bitter and jealous, but I'm not, because I think all the products that they offer are pretty crap. No, actually, I like the Galaxy Darker that I had recently was really good, but they didn't send that out to any bloggers, because they don't need to, because it's a good product. But they send out all their crap products to the Instagrammers, because they're crap, and so they need the fake reviews. Good question. Krispy Kreme would be a good one.
I will say, I'm assuming that we're going to get free stuff.
Yeah.
Five Guys.
Ooh, that's a good point. Five Guys, yeah. Straight away, he's done it, hasn't he?
Boost energy.
Bobby's snacks.
And Michael knows why.
Bobbies are good. Bobbies are good. I do.
Yeah, good man. I would of the famous brands. I mean, it has to be KA. For me, it's synonymous. I mean, either that or Super Malt, because I think we need to build some sort of bridge between us and them. But KA feels like it's synonymous with the brand. Of the less renowned brands, then it has to be Chocolate Smiths.
Yeah, exactly. Chocolate Smiths.
Not Cookie Mill.
#ad.
Can't believe you just saw Rich out for Steffi.
Well,
Our literal friend for one of our new friends.
Scam. Yeah, scam.
true.
But they're sort of
Hang on.
independently owned businesses, so I don't want them to sponsor us.
Can we have Adidas? Can we have Adidas?
What, do you want some trainers?
Yeah, please.
Can we have Adidas this week?
Yeah,
five
for a week.
next week.
Yeah, that's it.
Rolex.
Or just have 5 guys as a constant, and then we have a guest sponsor each episode. So Adidas. Actually, I could do with a nice Fitbit now that I'm doing my running, which I've not started yet.
What, you don't need any trainers for your running? Or?
Actually, I can have some Nikes.
No.
Not from Adidas.
No.
Oh, what the shit has gone on here?
What's wrong?
There's so many comments on Instagram. Okay,
Right, come on, let's blast through it. Come on, let's blast them.
A quick fire round.
Let's
Anything that's too long, we're just going to have to move on.
Yeah.
No. We answer all of them thoroughly and with due care.
So,
In order to grow the Food Review UK podcast, we'd like to ask all our listeners and subscribers to drop us a review on their chosen podcast application. With your help, we could grow the podcast to such an extent that we had no need for the Food Review UK YouTube channel and its owner, Michael Jameson. There is a little favour that we'd like to ask of you. Just head on over to iTunes and leave us a positive review. 1,000 5-star reviews and MJ dies! Hurrah!
commented
Jesus
on
Christ,
there.
there is so many comments.
They're saying at Leon Tricker because he normally says a funny response. Maddie Madworld replied. I think she just quoted FRUK and Leon Tricker. Silent Train Spotter Southwest. What is the best flavour of cum? Pineapple's supposed to be.
Cane flavour. Cane flavour.
Cane.
What car do you guys drive? Maddie Madworld has preempted and said yellow. That is true. I drive a yellow Ford Car Plus.
Nathan?
What about you guys?
Peugeot 206 registration number.
I drive a Honda Civic Tourer D-Tech Navi. It's black.
You drive a Honda Civic?
Correct. Estate. Honda Civic Estate, yeah.
What year?
16.
Oh, so modern, current make, current model.
They don't make the Tourer anymore, but it's yeah, they've stopped making it. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm just a massive fan of the Honda Civics.
Yeah, great car. Great car. I was due to get a new one this year, but they've stopped making the Tourer, and so I have correct. So I have kept the car that I bought 3 years ago.
Oh, I love a Honda Civic.
Lovely car. Carry on.
Dylan Mo 98. When is Nate Peterson going to invite to come on the FRUKgram Fantasy Football 19/20 preview podcast?
That's a good idea.
Now, do you want to do that now, Nate?
Invite what? Who? Dylan?
Yeah.
Dylan can come on. Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan, do you want to come on the podcast?
We'll do a Fantasy Football League episode.
Yeah, like a tips episode that I could post.
Yeah,
Dylan's a proper sporty lad.
We'll get Dylan on. Isn't he a football journalist or something?
Yeah,
like
BBC Wales. Yeah, something like that.
There you go, Dylan.
Fact.
Now is the answer. Nathan is inviting you on. We'll sort that out over the summer before the season starts, sometime in July maybe. Or he could come on instead of me in August.
first recorded person in Wales to be called Dylan as well, isn't he? I think.
Very rare name.
Did he actually want to come on?
I'm guessing so.
Shall I read the comment again? Did I start? Maddie Madworld says, "What are your heights?" Madders. What, 5'10", 5'10 and a half?
I'm exactly one Nathan Peterson tall.
6 now.
Nice.
5'10".
Cookie Mill UK, please rank all the foods best to worst.
Salt and vinegar Seabrook crisps.
Maddie Madworld has actually replied to that saying cookies best.
Cookies best.
Which just said you know it. AJ16720, what are your plans for the channel? Keep on keeping on. A few more shopping vlogs, a few more challenges. I recently did the hot fowl curry from Morrison's. So a few more fun style videos like that, and I've got some stuff written down. We've not done loads of super imaginative stuff recently, so a few more crazy fusions and whatnot will be coming soon as well. So there's some fun stuff coming up.
Correct.
Who was that comment from?
AJ16720.
Is he related to Steve 16720?
I love drunk Nathan.
Yeah, I don't get it. Steve,
guys,
Steve Rolo.
Steve
I'm
16720.
never hosting another show again.
Steve Rolo says, "How do you split the revenue from FRUK?"
much like Nate splits his tips. Yeah. Hey.
Or is FJ Cyril sneer on that shit? I don't understand what Cyril sneer is, but I do keep all the revenue. That's correct.
That's
Just-
fine.
it's just
Michael
easier.
does 90% of the work.
Yeah.
Or more.
To be fair, the revenue comes from the channel, really. So, which I do most of the work on the channel itself.
No, you do. You do all the work on the channel, friend.
Incorrect.
You deserve. I'm not having this, Michael. You do more than most of the work on the channel. Come on,
No.
admit it.
This is weird. Curtis 90.
No, I'm not moving on until you admit it, Michael.
I'm not.
Michael, you admit now that you do all the work on the YouTube channel.
It's not, but that's not true.
Admit it.
No.
Admit it.
Admit
I
you
can't,
do at
it's not-
least.
Admit it.
At least. We're not moving on from this, Michael.
No, I'm sorry. I stand next to my morals. I do not lie, or certainly I try not to lie. Maybe the odd little white lie here and there, but I do not lie, and I consider that a lie.
Michael,
Curtis 95
Graham,
Mason.
Gerald, Jane Wicken.
Leslie.
Brilliant. Curtis 95 Mason. What was school like for you, MJ?
Probably bullied every day.
Rand Clark has replied to that. Most likely he was bullied every day.
Great minds.
That's got 2 likes. I think we've got a few of the blue van squad in here tonight.
BVS.
I'm just sorry. I'm not. I should say I'm not being disrespectful to Blue Van Man. There, I'm saying that some of his fans don't like us. So that is a slight on a very select few of the Blue Van Man fans, and not Blue Van Man or the majority of his fans themselves. Liam, the food review. No, I probably didn't get bullied as much as you would have thought. Actually, I did get bullied a little bit. I had compasses and whatnot, but
You had what? Sorry,
compasses.
Oh.
Is it Cumpai? Is that the
It's campuses.
Goodbye.
Liam, the food reviewer, says, "How many subscribers do you think you deserve for FRUK?
More.
Do you watch Blue Van Man every day?"
Yes.
I think we should be a 200 to 250,000 channel. That's where I would say we deserve to.
Yeah.
Between 100 and 250
Yeah.
is how many I think we deserve.
Correct.
And do you watch Blue Van Man every day? Probably not every day. Probably every couple of days, maybe. You guys want to add on that, or?
Yeah, same. I know. I mean, I don't watch as much YouTube as you do, but I'll watch Blue Van Man occasionally. Nathan?
Good. No, it's good. It's good.
I would
Section
say.
good.
I would say
Section that I just wanted to.
9. What did you say? 100 to 150?
I think we're just going to move on. The Joe Carmichael, who I met, says, "Can I be the 4th member of FRUK?" There's a few replies
do you know
there.
Joe Carmichael?
That's the guy I met, isn't it?
Did you?
Oh, is it a different? Am I thinking of a different Joe Carmichael?
I might be wrong. I don't know how many Joe Carmichaels do you know?
Is him? Yeah, I did meet him. What are you talking about? Making me fucking doubt myself. I did meet him.
No. Did you meet him? No, I just don't remember you meeting him. That's all. I'm not.
Like, who saw me at McDonald's drive-thru?
Ah, cool.
I don't think you never. I don't think you ever told us who it was. You just said it was some guy.
No, I definitely said that because you're the one who said, "Oh yeah, I know him from the comments" or something.
I'm guessing then that he's a YouTube boy, isn't he? So that is a massive. I mean, obviously, FRUK is an awful lot more than 3 people anyway. That I'm guessing is massively disrespectful to me because he's considering FRUK as Nathan, Michael, and David.
Well,
if he's
it could be me, you, and
no, I think he's a YouTube boy, isn't he? If you're talking,
he is.
If you're talking about a FRUK trio, it depends on whether you're a podcast lad or a YouTube boy, and I'm using lad and boy as non-gender specific terms there because it's 2019.
I think we can see what Maddie Madworld is because she has replied saying, "No, that's Gossy."
There you go.
Oh,
Maddie's on the pod squad. Maddie's on the pod squad. That's why.
Oh, I like that hashtag the pod squad.
Hashtag. Do you want some gravy for that roast?
The Joe Carmichael has replied, "I'll cover for him when he's watching Fulham." And Maddie Madworld has said, "Okay," with a smiley face. Maverick Baking says, "Which of the 4 colours of Cheerios tastes best?"
Bakers.
Brown.
Don't know.
Brown. Stevie
Pink or
Rolo,
brown?
what's your records for takeaways in a day?
2.
I think I've had it for every meal once before, or not once before. I'm sure I've had take. Yeah, I've definitely had
3.
takeaway for every meal.
I've had takeaway twice in a night once. Many times,
and then like an eat out dinner, and I'm sure I have a couple times.
Yeah.
Maddie Madworld. Oh god, it's embarrassing. Maddie Madworld says, "Why is MJ the greatest?"
Oh god, this is embarrassing.
Fair comment.
Dead opinions.
Why is he the greatest?
Reese Peru, who hopefully I'll get to meet in our running club soon.
I can't think of Reese's name without saying it in an Australian accent. Reese Peru.
Reese Peru.
Reese Peru.
That's massively disrespectful to my my staff member.
Reese Peru.
You don't still work with him.
I think you find that's racist.
Hey.
You don't still work with him.
Yeah, I do. I still, for now. He doesn't listen He doesn't listen anymore, so he'll never fucking hear this.
Sorry, hang on. Reese, who I'm probably going to run with soon, is your team member.
He's my subordinate.
Assistant to the regional manager.
Yeah.
So there is a human being in the world that gets to see all 3 of us, like, in a day. Like, when I say all 3 of us, I mean...
You mean Gossy as well, don't you? Yeah. Nice one. Cheers, man.
The truth.
Yeah.
Hashtag pod squad. Hashtag do you want some crazy with that roast? That's mental. If I dropped a piece of bread and someone else in Australia dropped a piece of bread, would that mean the world is a sandwich?
Yes.
David Joss has replied with 3 laughing emojis.
He would.
X_Amelia_Hills_X. Have you got any tattoos, or would you ever consider getting one? I don't, and probably wouldn't.
I don't, and would love to, but I'm a pussy.
I do, and would continue to do so.
Stevie Rolo says, "I will give £50 to Patreon if MJ eats a fowl. Don't be a crumble pants." You better get that £50 in there, boy. Olish Plinsky has said you better check a few posts ago, mate. Button Van, best flavour of Ben & Jerry's you've ever tried. Boston cream pie, probably.
Peanut butter cup.
One Sweet World.
Majmah7019. What are your thoughts on some of the American food channels, e.g. Ken Domick, Review Brat, etc.? Review Brat seems pretty funny, although I don't watch much of his stuff. Really like Reckless Eating. They were one of the first ones I watched. Ken Domick, I think, is an interesting character. I particularly liked the time when he stole my idea and uploaded the video and didn't give me a shout out, which would have helped a very fledgling channel. But hey, why just throw out a quick little mention to a very small other channel that's not going to be any kind of threat to you when you can just steal the idea instead? Hey, get the content idea and then make revenue and money off of it. No, he seems like a really cool guy.
I don't really watch any of them. Review Bra is the only one that I find remotely interesting, and even then, I don't really watch YouTube for entertainment.
I've been watching a lot of Disney vlogs and stuff recently, and I don't know the name of the vlogger. It's some people that do various food vlogs, and there's a particular woman on there that does like Disney and Universal, and I like it because they swear a lot.
Oh, you'll have to find out what they're called. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure, I was going to say something then, but can't. The Hodge twins are really funny. You should watch them. Olish, they don't do strictly food reviews, but they do some food reviews. Their advice videos are very funny as well. Olish Plinsky, what is your favourite TV show, movie, actor, and actress? How many subs to take it full time? Are you happy right now?
Jesus Christ.
Probably Breaking Bad, movie, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Ghostbusters. Actor and actress, don't know.
Go on. Yeah.
TV show, maybe Vikings or Game of the Thrones. Movie, The Warriors. Actors and actresses, I don't know. People.
Yeah, we'll come back to you on that one.
Yeah.
On the actors.
All-time TV, Buffy the Vampire. All-time movie, probably The Pulp Fiction or Shawshank. Favourite actress is probably Kate Blanchett. Favourite actor is probably... I don't know. A bit of George Clooney.
I think I'm going to go for Woody Harrelson for my favourite actor, you know.
Yeah, he's decent.
Yeah, I like Woody Harrelson. I'm not sure that there are any female actors, because actress is a sexist term. I'm not sure there are any female actors that I'm particularly like all over. I used to bloody love Eliza Dushku, but not for particularly artistic reasons.
Yeah, me too.
They're called female actors, but actually,
just actors. I mean, I don't see gender as 2019.
I can't recognise any of them for quality.
Yeah,
none of them are good enough for me to single out, actually. And actually, the only one I will single out, I'll only single out for sexist reasons because she's attractive. But actually, you should say acting.
He didn't say that.
Yes.
He didn't say that. It could have been because he just wants to have sex with her. How many subs to take it full time? Probably something minimum 10 times what we're on now.
Yeah.
So 200,000 minimum probably. Are you happy right now? Ugh, vaguely. Brent _C.
Oh, related to Brent _D.
Possibly.
Name the Cuban leader that's been in power since the revolution in 1959.
Correct.
Frei Bentos.
Yeah.
Frankie
You've fallen on
Funko.
blog.
Favorite flavour of dat dick? Curry? Do you like curry?
Jesus.
Which one?
Eh?
The one that I got at the appointment.
Mr. Chode says, should I do a diss track on Mike Smith?
Yeah,
100.
yeah. That's the hip hop feud that we've been waiting for years. Mike versus Chode.
No, Mike is a legend. I'm sure he did that. Good
No.
spirits. Paul eats food. Are you jealous that Blue Van Man gets far more hits per review than you do?
No.
I'm not sure if that's a snide comment or not. Could take it either way, but I will take it at face value. Yeah, definitely jealous. I mean, be weird and unnatural not to. Surely, we worked really hard to become the UK's #1 food review channel, and someone has usurped us. He's getting between sort of 10 to 20 times more. In fact, it's not just the fact that he's got. You could look at it as the fact that he's only got just over double our subscribers or nearly triple our subscribers. He's actually getting 10 to 20 times more views per video as well. We've also gone through a little bit of a lull in the last week. I had a subscriber tell us that they've not been receiving our videos for a short while, and it corresponds roughly, the time period that he said corresponds roughly with the time period that we've seen a quite a severe hit to our view count, actually. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, definitely jealous, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Don't think jealousy is something that you can control, and I certainly don't think it necessarily is a negative emotion. It's a byproduct of something that you can't really control.
Correct.
No ill will whatsoever towards Blue Dad Man. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Echo that.
Yeah.
Wish that we had more. Feel that we deserve more, but we obviously don't. Whatever the reason is behind that, it is what it is.
Well, it's Michael, isn't it? That's the reason. It's.
Oh God,
well,
absolutely.
yeah. I mean, we've never tried having an entirely one completely different host. Like,
well, I imagine it would. I imagine the views and subscribers would skyrocket. I would think.
Oh, I would imagine. Who would be? There's a question. Who would be the best person?
David Goss.
Oh, could you imagine?
David Goss with the
world.
YouTube channel. Can you imagine?
Imagine Gossy with his glasses getting the #1 status on the channel.
Being in charge of producing multiple videos and uploads per week.
Would he also have to do Lego bursts and all that, brick bursts?
And the life of Michael Jameson. Hello, my name's David. Welcome to the life of Michael Jameson.
He'd be alright now. Theme park life now.
Well, hello, my name's David. Welcome to Michael Jameson Comedy.
Yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't work for all the channels.
No. Hello, my name's David. Welcome to Colours.
Welcome to Big Book of Dicks or whatever it's called.
He just keeps cycling through black, white, and red.
Because he likes bloody penguins. He likes
sunburnt nuns.
Zebras with horrific injuries.
Why only sunburnt nuns and not all of them? Awful.
Oh.
Katie Alice Hurst, what is your favourite ever product you've ever reviewed? That's hard. Potts & Co. Salted Caramel is up there. Charlene's Chocolate Factory Smoked Sea Salt is up there. The Chocolate Smith's People's Choice Truffles is up there. Krispy Kreme Biscoff is up there. Five Guys is up there. Butterbeer's up there. And there's probably some more American stuff that I'm forgetting. Oh, Wisconsin 6 cheese with pepperoni is probably up there. All that's lots of American stuff, and then those few bits that I've just highlighted.
I'll probably mention Cookie Mail just to make it more obvious that you didn't. So.
Well, there you go. There's all the people who say, "Oh, you're biased."
Five Guys probably. Five Guys burgers, because it's the
Good,
one thing
they?
I definitely keep going back to. Like, there's been loads of 6 stars. There's been absolutely loads of mind-blowingly good foods. Like, I'm thinking of the seven, the Cookie Mail. I'm thinking of the 7-layer dip combos, and I'm thinking of the fucking I can't remember what the brand is, but the peach barbecue.
All the sausages in a bag.
Yeah, fucking unreal. Like, absolutely love them, but ultimately I haven't gone back to them. So realistically, it's Five Guys. Five Guys is king.
Correct. Love that. Next comment is... I think this might be the last comment, actually. It's saying hide replies, but I can't see any replies on it. It says, it's from Maddie Madworld. What animal do you most look like? I'm obviously a toad.
I'm probably equally a toad. No, one of those blobfishes.
Don't know.
What's that, sorry?
A blobfish.
Well, like a pufferfish.
No. Google blobfish.
It's the little fish flop-like thing with the nose and that little blobby thing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you do look like that, yeah.
I don't know, something with a weird bent nose. Background, I mean, if I knew what a Cyril Snare, is he an animal? He was in the raccoons. I look a bit like him because I've got a weird bent, broken nose. Other than that, like a sexy bear, I think.
with sharks and arms.
Yeah.
Fair that.
Is that it?
That's it. That's the end of my social medias.
Great questions.
And if I just go to the thank you very much for those questions. That was a bit hectic and a bit chaos-like, but wasn't the rest of the episode as well. I'd just like to thank my guests and or co-presenters, I should really say, and ask them if they want to add anything before we do the usual stuff and then sign off.
I'd like to add 2 and 3 and get 5.
Wow.
It's good, that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
No, good. Okay, well, guys, make sure that you subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, as we have mentioned. Check us out on Instagram at FRUKgram. That's where you can get a preview of our upcoming episodes and also submit your wonderful questions to us. Download the podcast, listen to old episodes, say hello to us if you see us on the street. Be nice to your fellow man and woman and child, and we will see you on the next episode. And who knows what episode that might be. Take it easy, guys.
Good stuff. Goodbye.
Bye.